Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Nissenfeld here with Nick Zafiri, as today we have exciting men's basketball as the Hood Blazers take on your Widener Pride. Now, Nick, this is another big game for the Pride on Senior Day nonetheless. What will be the focus for the Pride today?
Well, you know what they say, big-time games brings out big-time players, and normally we'd see Sardiah Sambo as that big-time player, but today being Senior Day, I think that credit has to go to John Fender and Kendall Green, our seniors being celebrated for today. And can't really count them out. They both put up double digits for points almost every game, and it'll be exciting to see what they do today.
Yeah, that's right, Nick. I certainly cannot wait to see what they can do. But for right now, we're going to send it down to the floor with Courtney McGuigan's pregame interview.
I was able to sit down with men's basketball seniors John Fender and Kendall Green. We talked about what it really meant to them being a student athlete here at Widener during their past 4 years. Here's what they had to say. Your last home game here. How do you guys feel? What does it feel like?
I mean, it's exciting. It's kind of nostalgic, but it's another home game, so it's another opportunity to just have fun and play basketball.
Right. We're just on a roll right now, and it's just one more game. We approach it the same way as any other.
During your 4 years here, did you guys find it challenging being student athletes, or did you find as though it helped you guys?
I would say as a senior now, looking back on it, I mean, it has its challenges, but like with these guys and with our coaching staff and obviously with all of our families and our friends on campus, we have a pretty good support group and a good amount of people to help us really juggle basketball and our personal life and academics as well. So
yeah, I really thought it helpful to play basketball. It helps with my schoolwork a lot because when I'm bored and not busy, I tend to not do a lot of work, but all the connections with friends through basketball have really helped me out. And yeah.
If you guys had to pick one significant moment during your 4 years here playing basketball, what would it be?
you can take that one.
Well, definitely last year when I started getting some significant minutes, we hit our stride towards the end of the season. And I don't know, this year after the Albright game, after Sam shot, hitting that stride 2 consecutive years, it's been really fun. And I think these last 3 games and the playoffs are going to be a great time for us.
Kendall?
Yeah, definitely. I would say 2 pretty big moments where obviously Sam shot against Albright, which is up for Player of the Year, and Sardiah scoring 1,000. I think that's pretty cool, and especially being pretty close to Sardiah, it's cool for him to achieve something like that. So those would be 2 pretty big moments.
Thank you guys. Good luck today. 2, 1. The university are handing out these shirts today in hopes of creating the biggest whiteout these seniors have seen for their final game at home. Matt and Nick, back up to you guys.
Thank you, Courtney. We will be back in just a few minutes as we will focus on the Senior Day ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Schwartz Center. In just a few minutes, we will be watching our seniors Kendall Green and John Fender. Our first senior is a civil engineering major and four-year letter winner who's in the midst of a breakout campaign. The guard is currently putting up career best numbers this season and is averaging 11.4 points and 4.5 rebounds. He also enters today with 436 career points, 192 rebounds, 61 assists, 44 steals, and 11 block shots. To put into perspective how remarkable his improvement has been during his senior season, he is currently putting up higher numbers in several of those statistical categories this season than in his previous 3 years combined. Said head coach Chris Caridio, on the senior, he's a great example of hard work and dedication. A walk-on freshman, he has been a valuable member of our basketball family on and off the court for the last 4 years. He's a leader by his actions. He carries a 3.0 GPA as an engineering major, and he has worked his way into the starting lineup with his tough play on the court. He's a great example of chasing a dream and loving a sport so much that nothing would stand in his way of getting on the floor. Joined today by his mother, Colleen, and father, Michael, from Wallingford, Pennsylvania, number 20, John Fender. Our second senior is an accounting major and four-year letter winner who has been a team captain for the past 2 seasons. The guard is currently averaging 11.6 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 2.5 assists, and enters today's game with 733 career points, 365 rebounds, 142 assists, 96 steals, and 18 blocks. To put into perspective how remarkable this improvement has been, the numbers he has put up as a junior and senior are approximately double what they were during his freshman and sophomore seasons. This senior is also heavily involved with the campus life, most notably serving as a student ambassador for the Widener University School of Business. He is also a member of the Black Student Union, Black Men United, and Beta Alpha Psi. Said head coach Chris Caridio on the senior, he is one of our most improved players to have played here at Widener University. His hard work for the sport he loves has shown up on the court by improving every year he has been in the program. He's a true leader by example and by the way he carries himself. He will be missed by his basketball family and be remembered for his work ethic and commitment to the university and basketball program. Being joined today by his mother Sheila and father Julius from Mount Laurel, New Jersey, number 22, Kendall Green. Congratulations to Kendall Green and John Fender. We will be back at tip-off for the Hood Blazers and your Widener Pride. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Schwartz Center. We are about to tip off here for this afternoon game between the Widener University Pride and the Hood College Blazers. Sardiah Sambo and Luke Casey at the tip-off. Sambo will win it as here come the Pride. There's Mr. Kendall Green. It's his big day today for senior day, as well as number 20, John Fender. Let's see if they can put up some big numbers. McMahon to Green. Green for three. Yes! Kendall Green starts this game off right with a three-pointer. Hood on the attack. Now Tanner Ruths. We saw Tanner last year. He was a tough player for the Blazers. Casey to Ruths. Going to swing it to Magnuski. Ruths back to Casey. Magnuski again. Good ball movement by the Blazers. Kobe Butler, the freshman, has put up great numbers for Hood this year. We did not see him last year. Ruths the shot off the rim. Sambo the rebound, and here come the Pride the other way.
Great rebound there. Wide have an opportunity. Smith with the ball. Over to Fender. Fender back to Smith to McMahon. McMahon looking for an open pass, finds Fender. Fender thinking to Sambo. It's tipped by Magnuski, but Widener will retain the ball.
Out of bounds, you could see they were trying to get it to Sambo early. Sardiah Sambo was absolutely tremendous on Wednesday night as he broke 1,000 points. As a pass to Kendall Green. Makes it 5-0 Kendall. Beautiful lay-in. 5-0 Widener to start off this first half.
And now we have Ruths with Hood coming up. Pass it to Magnuski. Magnuski tries to drive. Nothing going. Over to Butler. Butler attempted spin move, stopped by Fender. Over to Casey. Takes a jump shot from behind the three-point line, and it's an air ball. Widener will take possession as that ball finds its way out of bounds.
I believe that ball was hit off of Magnuski, who was trying to get a rebound and went out of bounds. You could see, though, on that play, number 21, Scott Bolin, who's the leading scorer for the Blazers with 14.3 points per game. They know what kind of damage he can do. Sambo and Green were draped all over him. You can see a great press there from the Blazers, but Sam Smith has had enough and will take control. McMahon inside to Sambo to Fender. Beautiful play. John Fender lays it in, makes it 7-0 Pride. Widener on Wednesday jumped out to an early lead.
They didn't really look back after that.
That's right. It was against Messiah, and they were in full control that whole game. This is what they want to do. They're trying to control their own destiny and get a high seed in the playoffs. Magnuski will put up the first points for Hood as that lay-in was good.
And now we have another full court press coming. McMahon finds a little bit of an opening. Settles the ball down a little bit over to Smith. Finds his way to Fender. Now Smith within the corner to Green. Green thinking pass. Fender is wide open from the three-point line. No good as it'll bounce off the backboard, and Magnuski will come up with it. Hood takes possession and runs the other way.
That was great ball movement. Bolin for three. No. Quick release there. But as I was saying, wonderful ball movement by Widener to find the wide open John Fender on the other side of the court. Here comes McMahon now headed to the center. Fender now Gets it inside to Sambo. Sambo trying to move in on Casey. Sambo, the shot, yes. Sardias Sambo makes it 9-2, stretches the lead to 7. Tanner Ruths now for the Blazers, finds Magnuski to Butler. Kobe Butler, he's been dangerous this year, as previously noted, but there's going to be a traveling violation, and we're going to go the other way.
Bolin not too happy with that call either, but the ref is determined.
That's right. The big 6'8" sophomore Daniel Wegener, number 42, is checked in, as well as number 32 sophomore Ian Eversole. Eversole from Idgemsville, Maryland, in his second season with the Blazers. Smith now will head it to McMahon. McMahon controlling the offense for the Pride like he usually does at his point guard position. Smith for 3. No. That was rebounded by Ruths. Ruths can do it all, folks. Scoring, passing, rebounding. Now he's going to move inside. The drive, the shot is good. Tanner Ruths will make this 9-4.
It's really hard to defend that shot. McMahon gave him just enough space. He rolled off of him and drained the shot.
That's right. It was a good play by Ruths to free himself up. So you can see Hood very determined to start a full court press on the Pride. It's something the Pride did last year to them, as that's a 3 from Fender. Misses its mark there, as here comes Kobe Butler. Butler drives in, looking for contact, no call. Fender will come away with it to McMahon. Oh, I think a lot of people thought Sambo was ready for an alley-oop. Hood's seen that many of times. They know what kind of damage he can do.
Absolutely. Now we have Widener with the ball, Smith. And Widener could absolutely convert on these three-point chances. They find that pressure that comes in from Hood, but they can't seem to convert on that 3. And now Sambo steps out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover.
Sardias Sambo, so athletic. One of the most athletic in this conference. He can do it absolutely all, except his one Achilles heel is he steps out of bounds a lot.
Yes, and as you can see there, is unfortunate enough. But now Hood has the ball. Roos over to Magnuski. Magnuski into the paint and double coverage.
Wow.
He'll get blocked. No call. Amazing play by Widener. Now Smith has the ball as he runs down the court.
They were all over Wegener there. It's McMahon to Green for 3. No. Off the mark there, Kobe Butler will now run it up for the Blazers. That goes to Eversole. Eversole bangs into Green. We're going the other way. That's a charging call.
Got his feet set. Ref made the great call.
Head coach Chad Dickman, not a fan of that call. Dickman, an 0-2 grad from St. Vincent. As he's very vocal.
Oh, no, he's incredibly
with the
upset.
refs right now. As McMahon finds Jackson to Green to Smith, Sam Smith. What a year he has had. And ever since he hit that huge buzzer-beating shot against Albright, Widener has been rolling as of late. Green, Smith. Oh, Green's going to dive for that one. I believe it is Widener ball. But now both officials are going to talk this over, as they do have contrasting views where that call will be overturned. It will be Hood ball. Freshman Connor Laverty is in for Kendall Green. Laverty, as of late, has seen a lot of action, and he's put up a lot of points. He was a huge factor in the game against Lebanon Valley. That he was one of the main reasons why they went into overtime. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull that game out with a win.
And I think one of Widener's biggest strengths is their ability to score from the bench, and he's definitely one of those pieces, as Widener will get possession back.
That's right. It always helps when you have a deep team. Just ask the Cleveland Cavaliers. But for right now, I mean, having a great scorer like Connor Laverty come off the bench is huge for the Pride.
And now we see Smith trying to escape that full court pressure.
It's a beautiful spin move by Smith, may I add, is Fender to McMahon. McMahon thought about a shot, faked it. Smith for 3. No. Fender, beautiful rebound and the score. John Fender, a putback shot there. As the lead is back to 7, 11-4 with 13:45 to go.
Now we have Eversole driving in off the shot clock. And that'll be an out-of-bounds play. Looked away for a brief second. The refs are going to talk this one over, and they're going to give it back to Hood.
Chad Dickman was lobbying for saying it was tipped there. Eversole didn't just somehow throw up that ball.
Yeah, because I was going
the
to
shot clock.
That would have been a bit of an anti-highlight reel, a not top play, if you will.
That's right. As Ruths will get it inside the basket is good. That is number 5, Michael Riley, a freshman guard from Williamsport, Maryland. They got quite a few freshmen on this team, something we didn't see last year, as they do not have Devon Hill anymore, who's their leading scorers. Nick Jackson will add on too with that shot. Beautiful play.
Great jump shot too. Now we have Hood, number 23, Tyler Evans, find himself pass. Michael Riley, and the ref will call.
Jackson has picked up a foul, but John Fender will be the one coming out as Sardiah Sambo checks back in for the Pride.
Hood have definitely brought out some of their more taller players, and Sardiah Sambo is a great counter to that, as he's incredibly athletic.
That's right, Sambo, one of the tallest on the team, but also one of the fastest, one of the best jumpers as well. Nice Hood now, trying to swing the ball around. Michael Robinson, number 23, sophomore, with the ball. Robinson gets himself open. The shot not near the basket at all.
They're going to call a travel on McMahon. Did not dribble as he took the ball to the hoop, and Widener will lose that easy bucket.
That's right. McMahon had a clear lane there. Unfortunately, got a little too free with the ball there.
Yeah.
He will drive in and get called for the traveling violation. Tanner Ruths now at the point of attack for the Blazers. Eversole, Sambo putting a hand up in his face. I believe there might have been a push on Nick Jackson. There's going to be a foul called there.
And Jackson will take a seat on the bench, I believe. Widener's bench getting a little antsy for the refs. The ref's not too happy with it, with all the noise.
Magnuski finds Riley. Riley, good defense by Green. That ball hits off Riley, out of bounds. We're going the other way.
This is a really nice attempt from Hood to attempt to pressure him to death, but Widener just seems to find a way to keep getting out of their mistakes. And oh, what a play by McMahon.
That's right. Whether it's a little great bounce pass from McMahon or a spin move by Smith, they've found ways to get past the full court press. It's Green to Smith to McMahon. Good ball movement. Lafferty inside to Sambo. McMahon for 3. Yes! Ryan McMahon will hit the 3, and that was absolutely beautiful playmaking by the Widener Pride.
And now they find themselves with a 10-point lead as Magnuski passes it over to Eversole. Now it's over to Riley. Riley back to Robinson. Robinson to Eversole. Hood's looking like they're trying to set something up here. Riley, excuse me.
It's off the mark. Sambo able to get that rebound. Sam Smith running up with the ball now. Finds Lafferty. Lafferty to Sambo inside. Sambo pass to Smith. Look at this ball movement again. Lafferty, the jumper. Yes. Beautiful jump shot by Connor Lafferty, and they're calling that a 3. So add 3 more to the Pride's already big lead.
Now the den is louder than I think it's ever been, and Hood takes a timeout here.
Timeout by the Blazers. Now fans, due to excellent turnout through online voting by Widener fans on Facebook, a buzzer-beating 3-point basket by junior men's basketball player Sam Smith has advanced to the final round of the national running for the 2017 GOTCO Play of the Year. Stay tuned for another week-long competition of voting on Facebook in March, so Sam's amazing shot can win the overall competition and be shown and announced live in front of a national television audience on March 25th on CBS as part of the March Madness coverage. Go Pride! quick little song from the Widener Pep Band, and just ready to come out of the timeout. Widener Pep Band started in 2014, our freshman year, and just like the comms department producing sports clips, the band has grown just as big.
And always nice to see them out here playing some great music as well as our fight song. And today's been a pretty solid day for Widener in terms of the sporting world.
That's right. The Widener women's team won on a substantial margin over the Hood women's team. So now they're hoping the men can do exactly what the women did.
As we find Hood on offense, Casey over to Riley, over to Bolin, who finds his way back into the game. Bolin thinking pass back, right back to him.
Sambo knows what he can do, so he's going to take him on one-on-one. A three is off the mark. They rush the shot clock there as Kendall Green to Smith. Smith thought about a three, decides not to. Green now to McMahon. McMahon at the top of the key. To Sambo. Oh! Bodies flying everywhere there as Luke Casey was inches away from being posterized there. As I believe they're calling a blocking foul on Casey. Coach Chad Dickman again furious with disgust with the referees on that call.
Yeah, the ref believes that Casey had pushed Sambo away from that play, interfering with it. And Hood none too happy about that call.
To be honest, Nick, that's a smart play by Casey. He doesn't want to be on a beautiful poster in a Widener fan's wall, as that was very close to being absolutely ridiculous.
Sam Smith's already got his highlight going in the voting, and Sardaya Sambo is like, I'm going to try to one-up him today.
That's right. Laverty to Sambo. Green. Good screen from Sambo. Green once again. There's good defense from Michael Riley. Shot clock under 10 now. 6 to go. Smith a deep three. No, there's a lot of heavy pressure on him. Fight for the rebound. Connor Laverty, what a scrappy play.
And they're going to have a jump ball for it. That was an incredible rebound by Lafferty. Great effort.
Unfortunately, he did come away with the rebound, but unfortunately, Hood did tie him up, and Hood had the possession arrow, and in a result of a jump ball call, Hood will now take it up. Speaking of scrappy players, Nick, John Fender about to check back into the game, as well as Elijah Boyd making his debut on the day today.
That is right, as Bowler driving around the net. Magnuski from deep behind the arc. No go.
That's a good look for him, though.
Bolin with the one-armed rebound. It was a good look. Unfortunately, did not go for him. Casey attempting to set a screen. Bolin thinking spin. Robinson trying to get his way into the paint. Nothing going. Kendall Green with great defense, but it's going to go out of bounds.
Green was holding that ball as he backpedaled out of bounds. Fortunately for the Pride, Hood will regain possession as Kendall Green and Sam Smith will take a seat.
And as we find ourselves about halfway through this first half, it's 19-6 as Widener has this 13-point lead.
Just under 10 minutes left here, as Widener has been truly dominant the past few days. Last weekend, they had a huge win over Stevenson with another substantial margin. And then Wednesday, they had a huge dominant performance over Messiah, as Scott Bolin will make this 19-8, cutting the lead down to 11. Boyd to McMahon. Many can think Elijah Boyd and Ryan McMahon will be in the backcourt a lot next year for the Pride once Green graduates. Fender. Great pass. Boyd. Oh, we'll lose it. And they're saying that he was the last one to touch that ball as it's Hood ball.
And the refs Boyd there was looking for a foul as he attempted to make it a little more obvious for the refs to call, but they were not having any of that. As Hood finds themselves with possession here.
Luke Casey, Sambo on him just because of the size matchup. Bolin for three off a screen, and you betcha Scott Bolin will make this 19-11 after it was a great screen from Luke Casey. Fender couldn't get around it. Elijah Boyd now finds McMahon. Back to Boyd Laverty.
He's
Oh,
stripped.
we'll lose that one. Here comes Michael Robinson. Robinson finds Bolin. Bolin for 3. Whoa. Completely missed that one. As we're going to go the other way, out of bounds.
I noticed Michael Riley, number 5 for Hood, has been kind of checking out his elbow most of the game, and curious to see what they actually find about it. As he goes to the bench, I think he's going to get some ice on that possibly. He's getting it checked out. Maybe hit the floor a little too hard.
As he did just come out, Kobe Butler back in the game. Sambo will drive in. Whoa! An acrobatic play there. He will draw 2. Luke Casey can't deal with the way Sambo's athleticism is. He's got the size, but he can't deal with the speed of Sambo. Sambo just threw that one up.
He was
Circus shot
He was hoping
there.
for the best, and he finds his way to the line.
Sambo will convert the first one, make this 20-11. As Luke Casey will decide to take a seat. That's a smart idea by him, as Daniel Wegener will now have to deal with Mr. Sambo. Sambo will hit 2 of 2, make this a 10-point game now, 21-11, as Trevor Magnuski will take this ball up. Magnuski trying to come off a screen there from Wegener. Robinson to Magnuski. Wegener inside will draw the foul on Sambo. One player that we haven't seen on the floor today, Nick, for Hood is number 11, Jared Ruiz, a sophomore, who had an incredible year last year and was a lot to handle for the Pride last season in the last game of the year.
I think I remember us calling that game too.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
It was certainly an entertaining game. Unfortunately, it was a must-win for Widener to get into the playoffs, and Sardias Sambo was unable to convert a shot in the paint that would have sent this game for a Widener victory, but unfortunately he could not hit it, and they did not make the playoffs. But this year, they're back and better than ever.
Much different from last. Widener will find themselves trying to get through Hood's zone. His Fender will find himself in the paint, but it's taken by Magnuski, who's
Another
running the other
turnover.
way.
As Butler.
They're going to call a charge, I think.
A charge on Kobe Butler, as I believe the words, "Are you serious?" are coming from the head coach, Chad Dickman's mouth, as he has been beside himself the whole game. Oh, Magnuski's going to take a tumble.
And the Widener Pride fans are going to give it to him as it's a 3-man pressure.
Look at this pressure, though.
As Widener will do the smart
Timeout.
thing and call a timeout.
Timeout, smart. Dickman better be careful. I feel like a few more comments, he'll be on his way to a technical foul.
And now we see the Hood head coach directly speaking with one of the referees.
So a lot of interesting calls have gone Widener's way today.
And there goes that Widener pep band again.
That's right. And that was only a 30-second timeout. So just a quick little discussion, and they're out of the timeout just like that. Hood going to take their time because their coach was lobbying with the referees for a little bit. Now they're ready to go.
And we will have Green inbounding the ball. Kendall Green, third in scoring on the team with 11.6 points a game.
Smith finds Fender, who's way behind three-point line. Green's going to take a mid-range shot. No. Fight for the rebound. Scott Bolin will come up with it.
Sardias Samo almost had that, too.
That's right. 21-11 game here. 6:50 to go in the first half. That ball goes inside. Wegener to Butler. Oh!
They're going to call.
That's going to be goaltending. Sambo very close.
just let the ball. He's just a little too late on that one.
He
but
couldn't get his full hand on that one. It's just fingertips, but the ball was already on a clear path towards the basket. As McMahon, here comes that pressure from the Blazers. Sambo gonna lose it. Another turnover in favor of the Blazers. Butler will convert and one. So he will be going to the line for one more free throw in an 8-point game. Coming out of that timeout, Hood's really gotten some momentum.
It's kind of the thing I've been fearing from Hood's defense the last few possessions. Their pressure has gotten consistently stronger.
It looks better. Every play, it's looked better.
And they actually got Widener to turn the ball over as Smith will get that rebound off the missed free throw from Kobe Butler.
Finally, Widener now can take it up the court without pressure as McMahon finds Fender. Fender to Smith. There's McMahon. McMahon trying to drive in. McMahon's going to take a mid-range. No, off the mark. Rebounded by Bolin. Here comes Butler. Butler moves in. No foul called.
I'm shocked he didn't get called for traveling. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple steps without the ball moving, but maybe I'm blind. I don't know.
Kobe Butler, a little different from all these other Hood players. He has a change of pace with him. He's more speed burst when he takes it up the court. Fender will move in. Beautiful floater by John Fender. It's just 23-15.
Widener a little cold on that run after a while, but now Fender, hopefully, with that score, will.
Right, that was a tough angle for him as well. I'm surprised that ball was able to fall in. Widener now will lose it. He regains it now. Finds Magnuski. Magnuski at times looks like he's a point guard directing traffic as here comes a screen from Widener. He's going to move around that screen. Magnuski will put up a shot. No. Sambo the rebound. McMahon taking it up. McMahon full speed ahead. Beautiful lay-in. No. He gets his own rebound and will lay it back in to make it 25-15. 10-point game once again.
Almost missed that open opportunity, but he recovered, got the rebound, and Widener up 10 again.
Going to be a whistle. I believe it was on the Pride. Kendall Green will pick up his first, team's fifth. Ian Eversole has checked in to the game once again for the Blazers as Austin Griffiths, a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, is making his first appearance today. Tanner Ruths back on the floor for the Blazers as Austin Griffiths will draw the foul as he will head to the line for two. That was a call on Sam Smith, his first, team sixth. Griffiths will hit the first one. As you can see, Hood's trying to get to the line more in the past few minutes.
And I think the help of Kobe Butler has definitely driven that tempo of play that they're looking for as Widener will take the ball back up. Smith over to Jackson. Jackson for Green. Green over to Fender. Fender thinking pass, but he gives it back to Green. Green over to Smith. Smith back to Green. Green with an open look, and he drills it.
Great. That was a great pass to Kendall Green, and Kendall, he's been hot from the three-point line today. Tanner Ruths moves in. Fender the steal. Here comes John Fender. Oh, look out. Oh. Griffiths just smacks right into Kendall Green in front of the Hood bench right there. Kendall Green currently leading all Widener scores with 8 points on the day.
And what a great 8 points we've seen from him so far. And we'll see if he puts up any more. Jackson from the corner over to Fender. And Smith with the ball now. Back to Fender. Fender throws a lob over to Kendall Green, who gives it back to Smith, and it's right back around to Fender.
Widener hasn't been afraid to throw those cross-court passes as Sam Smith for three. You know it. Another great shot from Sam Smith as that's his first points of the day, surprisingly.
But they do get that lead extended as they almost turn the ball back over, but it'll be out on Widener, and Hood will retain possession.
Sam Smith leads Widener, is their second leading scorer, actually, and he's been hot as of the past few weeks. But to everyone's surprise, I guess, this is his first points of the half with 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes to go here. There's a screen from Bolin. Ruth's trying to move in. Oh, that looked like a travel. Bolin will hit the shot, but it doesn't matter. Kendall Green will pick up his second, as I believe he was holding Mr. Tanner Ruths on that one.
See, there Hood goes, trying to find their way to the paint, attempting to find themselves a spot at the line, and they've been able to convert their chances, but Widener's been able to keep up with scoring recently and have been able to shut Hood down a little bit on defense.
31-17. Now Widener went out to that early lead and really have not looked back despite a few scares of turnovers recently, as Ruths will go 2 for 2 from the line. I believe that was a 1-and-1 situation because Widener is in the penalty. Sam Smith now finds Sambo. Back to Smith. Smith directing the offense now for the time being. There's a little screen from Sambo. Green outside, no. He's going to move back in. Jackson doesn't look like he knows what he wants to do with it. Smith for 3, a pull-up. No. Jackson gets that rebound and is able to lay it in. Nick Jackson adding 2 more to the Widener's commanding lead.
And now we have a 33-18 score with over 2.5 to play in the rest of this first half. Tanner Ruths bringing up the ball here for the Hood College Blazers. Trying to set something up with a little under 2:30 now.
Robinson going to move on in. Oh, Sambo clipped him there. As Robinson will head to the line. Sardiah Sambo, 8th in Division III basketball in blocks with 3 blocks per game.
A little over 3 blocks, I believe.
A little over. Fortunately, we haven't really seen the Sambo blocks today. Sambo was blocking, he was dunking, he was passing, he was doing everything against Messiah. He's been a little bit quieter today.
And you got to really give credit to the rest of the team. While Sambo had a very dominant performance on Wednesday night against Messiah, the whole team has kind of come together and has been performing well as a unit.
That's right. We did note that on Wednesday. He had a star-studded performance, but it was the rest of the team that really rallied around him as well. It was a whole huge team effort. As Fender drawing some pressure, and they're calling up and down on Mr. Fender there. As it is Hood ball. Widener a little sloppy on the turnovers today. That's something that head coach Chris Caridio, I'm sure, will patch up at halftime.
Oh, absolutely. And now we have Tanner Ruths coming up for Hood. Eversole attempted a screen. Another one. Ruths puts up a 3 ball, but it rims out. Sardiah Sambo comes up with it on the rush. It's 4v3 in favor of Hood. Sardiah attempts a spin, but gets stripped as Bolin comes up with it. Bolin going in, and it's blocked. They're going to call it a goaltending, but Sardiah Sambo absolutely refused to let that ball go anywhere near the rim.
He put a little mustard on that block there. Very heavy.
Caridio giving him a few tips, trying to calm him down as Sardiah with his second goaltending call.
Fender now will get it to Smith. Smith been the point guard for Widener basically since McMahon has left the game. Smith, ooh, there's some contact between Bolin and Sambo. Fender now finds Smith. Roots on him. Fender for 3. No. Just a little bit of room for Fender. You know he's going to take that shot. Good look from John Fender there.
Confidence really going for this Widener team is now we have Bolin from the corner. He takes a long 3 over Fender and he drills it.
Bolin has not been shy taking the 3 today. He knows his strengths and he's using them. And just like that, the lead is now under 10. Under a minute to go here, 33-24. Hood was lobbying for a travel, but to no luck there as the play keeps going on for Widener. Smith now finds Green. Widener just trying to free themselves up a tiny bit. Green for three. Yes!
Wow!
Kendall Green.
What a deep three from Kendall Green.
Kendall Green probably figured he had a little bit of room. Might as well take the shot. 36-24 with 25 seconds to go here. Ruths. Widener will get the ball back, even if the shot clock expires. Robinson, Laverty on him. To Ruths. Robinson, that's a charge. He smacked right into Laverty. Little complaining from the Hood bench, but I don't know what else they would want that call to be.
There are 8.3 seconds left on the clock here in this first half.
You can imagine Widener's going to hold for the last shot, but it's going to be a little hard to hold the ball if Hood's going to be applying this pressure like they look like they're going to.
McMahon coming back in for Fender. We'll get a pass off to Smith. 7, 6 seconds left. 5. Smith thinking for a shot. He gets it over to Lafferty. He takes a corner three. Good.
Off the mark there, just by a little bit. This is a good look from Laverty there. At the end of the first half, Widener up 36-24 over the Hood College Blazers. And in just a few minutes, we will be sending it on down to Courtney McGuigan with our halftime interview.
Green's family. So guys, how does it feel watching Kendall's final home game here at Widener?
It's kind of bittersweet. We've been watching Kendall play basketball since he was 7 years old, and we've been loving every minute of it.
If you guys had to tell Kendall one thing, what would you tell him? Dad?
Well, just proud of him. He knows that. We tell him that all the time. We love him. We're proud of him. But it is very bittersweet to see him going out in the senior year.
For you guys, what is it like watching? Did you guys travel far, or are you guys local?
I'm one of Kendall's first coaches, so it's great for me to come out here to see him and how he's progressed in his academic life as well as his basketball career. So I'm happy to see him, and I've come from New Jersey.
Thank you, Green family. I appreciate it so much. And go Pride. Thank you guys so much.
It's also kind of it's probably a weird time on Saturday. Maybe? I don't know. It's usually the same now.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Schwartz Center. If you're just joining us, Widener up 36-24. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd love to bring to your attention that we do have a very special guest at Widener's game today. Kendall Green's first ever basketball coach is making her first appearance, I believe, here at Widener, supporting Kendall. She saw him when he was very little playing basketball, and now she's here to see his last collegiate home game. Congratulations to Kendall, and I'm so glad that she was able to come support him.
Absolutely. And this broadcast is brought to you by the students of Widener University's Communication Department. Members of the WOOT TV crew are proud to present this broadcast, and the participants are as follows. Courtney McGuigan, Andrew Proctor, Danielle Cardona, Mitchell Mackesy, Sonny Fimple, Matt Nissenfeld, who of course is my co-commentator, and yours truly, Nick Safiri, as we have definitely enjoyed doing our fair share of broadcasts for you anytime we can.
That's right. These first 3 games were more of a test run, but I'm happy to say I feel that we will be doing a lot more basketball games next year. We cannot wait for the 2017-2018 season. Both teams just coming out of their huddles, and we are awaiting the start of the last 20 minutes here at the Schwartz Center. For the regular season, there is a possibility Widener can host a playoff game here in the next coming weeks.
We will certainly see whether or not that happens as we get right back into it.
Sam Smith open in front of the Widener bench. Unfortunately, they probably heard me and started covering him. The pass from Sambo hit the Widener bench, but apparently it was hit. Shot clock was reset, so we got to go back to the 4 seconds that it was on. Head coach Chad, whoa, there's more confusion now. Kendall and head coach Chris Carridio.
And there we go.
Making sure the ref knew what was going on. So from 4 to 13 seconds now.
Quite the stark contrast in allotted time to be able to score that basket.
That's right. They have a little more time now to get off a shot.
And I can see some of the Hood players are none too happy with how the refs have been treating them this game, I see.
The refs have been something to talk about, certainly, during this game, as the shot clock had 4 seconds more put onto it, so now we're down to 10. It started with 17. Smith for 3. Yes, Sam Smith will hit another 3-pointer, as the score will be 42-24. Anything and everything is not going its way for the Hood Blazers right now. Magnuski now. There's a good screen from Scott Bolin. Ruth's being defended by McMahon. Will drive in, put up the shot. No, Casey tried to get a rebound. We're going the other way as Trevor Magnuski a little shaken up on that play. It appeared to be an ankle, but he is able to walk that off.
Casey turning almost a beet red color, as Hood definitely not happy about the turn of events that have transpired in the first minute so far of the second half.
That's right. It's looking a lot like the first half early, a minute into the second half. 39-24. Sambo and one. Sardiah Sambo went for the Sambo Slambo, and in the process of doing that, he was fouled.
Oh, what a play by Sardiah Sambo. The strength and determination. As the buzzer getting hit plenty.
A lot of confusion between the scorers table and the referees right now. Sambo going to the line for one. Speaking of the process of him making that dunk, the process himself, Joel Embiid, was at the Den here in the Schwartz Center.
Just on this very court not 24 hours ago.
That's right. He was here yesterday shooting a commercial for what we believe is Jolly Ranchers, as he did make an appearance and talk to a few of the students in the parking lot behind the gym after the game. He was only there for a minute or so, but he made so many Widener students' days yesterday. It's great to see such an NBA superstar like Joel Embiid on Widener's campus.
I tried to hit him up with a DM and see if he'd crash my radio show, but surprise, I can't believe why. He just did not get back to me.
That 3 was missed by Bolin. Unfortunately, Nick, I feel like a lot of people sent him direct messages yesterday trying to hang out with him. as Tanner Ruths will tack on 3 for the Blazers as it's 41-27 now. Widener quickly moving up the court with this pressure.
I think Widener may have gone to the drawing board a bit with this full court pressure as they've been excellent in their passing decisions, and Hood will not get possession back from Widener there.
Luke Casey, 4th foul already on the day, I believe 5 and you're done. So Luke Casey going to take a seat for a while as Daniel Wegener coming in. Casey cannot handle this Widener offense, thus the result of fouls commencing for him. McMahon to Fender, Green inside, trying to find Sambo. Magnuski takes it up. 2-on-1 now, Magnuski.
And that'll
We're
be
going
Widener.
the other way.
May have been a tough view for some, but essentially what had happened was Magnuski was driving McMahon with the perfect block. Magnuski falls with the ball, it lands on him, and it's out of bounds, and Widener will have possession here as Sardiah Sambo will give it back to McMahon, who spin move
Great
over to
move.
Fender. Fender running up to Smith. Smith with the layup, and he takes it in. It's 43. It'll be a 45-27 game here for Widener. 43-27.
Sam Smith, beautiful lay-in there. Again, Widener finding a way around this pressure. Magnuski for 3. No, off the mark. Wegener, oh, and what a block by Sambo. Here comes Fender the other way, the move. Him and Butler collide. That ball goes out of bounds. Good defensive effort by Kobe Butler there as Widener will regain possession with 25 left on the clock.
And I think we will see a change here for the Hood Blazers. Michael Riley will be coming in for Kobe Butler.
Riley played somewhat well in the first half, so he will look to make the same contributions to this Hood team in the second half.
Here on defense for Hood, we see an interesting 2-3 zone, and they will apply double team pressure as we see Kendall here over to Fender. Fender back to Sambo. Sambo thinking shot.
Whoa.
And they're going to call it
That's
for a walk.
Travel on Sambo. So you can see, I believe, well, you can't see, so this is why I'm explaining it to you. Kobe Butler, a little shaken up after that play with Fender. Might have landed on his hand in front of the basket, so they're taping him up right now. I'm sure he'll be back within a few minutes. There's Wegener. No. Good defense from Sambo, but Wegener able to get his own rebound and will lay it in. 43-29 as Sambo cross court defender to Green. Beautiful ball movement yet again for the Pride as this team has been something else over the past 2 to 3 weeks.
That they have is Smith will find in the corner over to McMahon for a quick pass back to Green. Green thinks 3. He fakes Ruths a little bit. McMahon fakes a pass, takes a shot, and nails the mid-range shot.
Beautiful spin move to free himself up for a nice mid-range shot. Ryan McMahon, great play there for the Pride as it's 45-29. Tanner Ruths driving in. Good ball movement there. Riley for 3. In and out. Rebounded by McMahon, who will get it to Kendall Green. As we've mentioned in many broadcasts before, Kendall Green, Ryan McMahon were in the backcourt together at Lenape High School for a few years. Now they'll do it one last time here at home in the regular season. Green, deep 3. No. A lot of pressure from Riley on him. Surprised he did take that shot. Riley dancing around a little bit, then finds Bolin. Back to Riley.
Looking at about 15.5 to go here in the second half as Hood finds possession.
Riley will get it to Bolin. Bolin, a little size matchup on Green. There's a screen that frees up Tanner Ruths, who will hit a three-pointer. 45-32 now. The only way for Hood to get back into this is a three-point shooting. They're going to have to start doing a lot more screens and not letting this happen.
Oh, hard foul.
Wow. Fender looked like he was going in for the easy layup, but took a lot of contact there from Daniel Wegener.
Now Fender will be looking for his 7th and 8th points respectively in this 13-point game. That'll be Hood's 3rd foul as they will look to stay out of the bonus here in the second half. Fender will make his first one. It is 46-32.
The senior, John Fender from Wallingford, PA, has just been tremendous these past few years. And he's been real scrappy this year, really fighting for his own rebounds, creating chances by himself. He's played well. Connor Laverty has checked back into the game for the Pride as Kendall Green will take a seat. Jackson also in for Sambo as Fender tried to add his 2 cents in on a foul there with a ferocious block. But Trevor Magnuski will be headed to the line for 2.
So don't look now, but even though Widener does have a 10-point plus lead, they're looking about a 14-point lead now, 13, as I say that. Hood could potentially push for a comeback here, but Widener seeming to scathe off that pressure.
14:58 to go in the second half. There's a lot more basketball to be played in the second half for sure. As here comes that pressure. The pressure from Hood, second half, really has not been ineffective. You've seen a lot of Widener players get easy drives towards the basket.
And I think Widener definitely has to capitalize that, as we saw literally all 5 Hoods in the defensive zone for Widener as they inbounded the ball. And now we have McMahon thinking shot and gives it over to Jackson.
Jackson double team on him. Finds Smith. Great ball movement. Fender for 3. No, not quite. They're saying out of bounds. Widener ball.
Oh, no, they're going to call it a foul on number 5, Michael Riley.
Oh, wow. Some more vocalization coming from the Hood bench. Smith finds a double team again. Hood not shy with the double team right now, as that's going to free up McMahon, who was open. Magnuski covered him. Another foul called on Hood. This time Nick Jackson draws it. Daniel Wegener pick up his second. Hood already with 5 fouls in the second half. Another double team on Fender. Smith now to McMahon. Fender in front of the Widener bench. Riley was on him.
And they're going to call him for a hold. Refs refusing to be lenient this game. They're putting in a lot of work here, blowing them whistles.
Team's 6th foul for Hood. Wow, that's all I have to say. Very undisciplined Hood team coming out in the second half.
Now we
Fender
have,
to Smith. To Fender. McMahon was poached up in the corner. Magnuski going to steal it. 2-on-2 opportunity here. Magnuski, ooh. We'll draw a foul there. Trevor Magnuski going to the line. McMahon was all over him on that play.
There we will see McMahon taking the team's 2nd foul of the half. Magnuski will find himself at the line. He is looking for his 5th and 6th points of the game. He will not find number 5 just yet. Sambo will be checking back into the game for John Fender. As we now see Trevor Magnuski taking another opportunity to make his 5th point, and he will find it. It is a 46-36 game here with about 14 minutes remaining, or excuse me, 46-35. As Widener inbounds the ball, McMahon trying to look past, but the double team, but it will get taken.
Magnuski. Wow. Will drop that ball and hit off his knee and out of bounds. Widener ball once again. Kendall Green checking in. Lafferty will take a seat after a few minutes. Sambo, the recipient of that pass, he wanted it. He came running in for it. As Sam Smith finds Green. McMahon. Sambo, wow! As Sambo, Slambo, I was just thinking an alley-oop would be huge to get the Den re-energized again, and he threw that down with some enthusiasm there.
I believe they call that a rim rattler.
That's right.
Or something along them lines.
Tanner Ruths now. Hood's going to have to try and think of something to silence the Den after that ferocious slam. Bolin going to drive in. Oh, Sambo almost got a piece of that, but Bolin will lay it in.
Perfect.
Make this 48-37.
We'll find a perfect finger roll as Sambo now taking it into the paint. He tries to step past Eversole, but the refs will give the ball back to Hood as the ball sails out of bounds. 13 minutes remaining in this 11-point game. Widener up 48-37.
Here comes Hood. Tanner Ruths, senior guard from Stephen City, Virginia, with the ball. Finds Bolin. Bolin, he puts up around 15 points a game, Nick, but he really has not been that effective today. It's been Tanner Ruths actually with 10. Actually, to my correction, Bolin actually does have 12, but not quite 15 yet. Magnuski far off on that three, as they're calling it a shot clock violation. Widener ball.
Looking at the rest of the scoreline for the players currently out there is for Hood, Bolin really isn't seeming to get a lot of help except for the likes of Tanner Ruths, who does have 10 points. Number 10, Trevor Magnuski, not up to his typical 8 points or 8.5 points a game just yet. We find ourselves with almost 12 minutes left to go in this second half.
Another cross-court pass from Widener. They're doing that a lot. McMahon will set up for a three. No. Oh, Green, good effort there. But I believe there's a foul called on the play for Widener. Nick Jackson will pick up his fourth foul on the day.
Jackson, who picked up his fourth foul on that last play, will be replaced by John Fender, who comes in for him.
5 fouls and you're out of this game, Nick. So smart move taking Jackson out so they don't have to be down a man for a majority of this game, because Nick provides a lot of great depth coming off that bench. He did use to start, but has taken a bench role recently, and it's been paying off for both Widener and himself.
Yes. And now we have Hood as Bolin takes a deep three over Sambo, but it will hit the front of the rim, and McMahon will come up with it. Widener.
Sambo was all over him.
Yes. Now we find Widener trying to set up a play offensively. Green will find it to Sambo, who will dunk
wow. Sardaya Sambo. What is that? The third Sambo slam of the day? It's looking a lot like Wednesday against Messiah.
Now Sambo has himself 10 points so far, not the almost 20 or near 30 that he had Wednesday night, but it's a start for sure as there is 11 minutes left to go.
He's gotten a lot hotter from the floor in the past few minutes than he did in the first half. Great playing by Sardaya Sambo as Eversole going to lay it in. What a block by Sambo. Wow. Sardaya Sambo.
Eversole thought he had an open door, and Sambo shut that in his face.
Sardaya Sambo, I've not seen a ferocious block like that since last night with Brooke Lopez of the Brooklyn Nets with a giant block. But Sardaya Sambo, he's starting to heat up for the Pride.
Going back to that play, even though we are sans our replay system at the moment, as we are quite a regularly small crew, but reliving that memory for a brief moment in time, the reason that started to work is because Widener's sort of figured out what Hood is doing to try to play that 2-3 zone up top. And Sambo able to find his way through the defense, escapes the center, and finds himself a few open key dunks.
That's right, great observation, Nick, as they certainly have figured out this team. They figured out their pressure on inbounds plays. They figured out how they're trying to create a 2-3 zone. They have been something else today.
And now we have a 13-point game, even though it's sort of coming down to the wire to a certain degree, but Widener seems to be in full control for the most part.
Yeah, props to head coach Chris Carrillo for really preparing his team today for this big lead that they have over Hood right now. Michael Robinson back in the game. Robinson, a quick release because the shot clock was about to expire. Great defense, as I believe McMahon tried to get a piece of that one. Widener will take the ball up. Sambo. McMahon, I'm surprised Sambo's not down the court. just because of his great finishing ability.
Well, get ready because it could be coming soon. It's
It
Fender.
could be.
Fender thinking passes.
Wow.
He tries to get out of that jam. And
It would have been hard for him to toss one up to Sambo there, but no one was around Sambo. Sambo now inside. He'll create him a little lane for himself and will get the and one.
what a play.
Sardaya Sambo, what did I say, Nick? He was really starting to heat up. Luke Casey, see ya. Here comes Daniel Wegener. They've been trying everyone on Sambo. No one has been able to solve him. Luke Casey has had his battles with Sambo today. Now Daniel Wegener is in, as Sambo will connect on that one. But even they've tried to put Scott Bolin on him. Nothing has really worked out for Hood today.
It's really hard to defend a player like Sardaya Sambo. I think he is, for Widener, every team's biggest problem. Because
right.
who are you going to guard if that man's jumping over your entire team?
Riley will attempt and make a three-point play. So now it is 53-40, 13-point game once again. Great passing by McMahon. Brilliant quick passing. Fender going to try and drive in.
Oh,
You can hear
touch.
You could hear the contact from up here, but they're not going to call it. He scored two regardless. I believe a blocking foul called on Ryan McMahon. His third of the afternoon, team's fourth.
Now we find ourselves as another minute ticks off of the clock, and we're about a little under 10 minutes here to go as it's still a 15-point game. Widener firmly in control of this lead as Hood will be inbounding the ball.
Magnuski gonna have to find somebody here on the same bounce play, and it's Bolin. Oh, I'm surprised Bolin did not quickly release that three. Bolin to Magnuski. Good defense from Widener. Great pass. That's Riley for three. Yes. Michael Riley will add another 3 points to his stats. That was a great cross-court pass. So I believe that three has taken Riley's point total up to 8.
You were correct about that. We have Kendall Green operating from the corner over to Sambo, back to McMahon. He finds Smith, fakes a three, tries to drive back in as the ref will blow a whistle. Holding call on Michael Robinson, I think.
His first. Team's 8th.
Now we, again, a flashback from Wednesday night. We see Widener in the bonus early in the second half here.
Or early, 9:17 to go here. But I believe it could be a 1-on-1 situation. As head coach Chad Dickman supported my case there by telling his team it's a 1-on-1. Doesn't matter, Smith will hit the first one anyway.
That'll be Smith's 9-point, looking for his 10th here.
There's another typical basketball game for Sam Smith, reaching double digits if he can successfully convert this free throw. Oh, and he doesn't. Rebounded by Bolin. That could have been an announcer's curse on that one.
I will
But
blame you for that.
I'm sure he will have many other chances to try and get into double digits, as that's a 3 attempt off the mark. Robinson tried for the rebound, instead going to get called for a foul. It's Ryan McMahon's turn to head to the line now.
Yet another holding call for Hood as Michael Robinson will draw the team's 9th total foul so far this half.
That's incredible. That's honestly incredible.
I think it's been a while since I've seen a team this undisciplined.
Just under a minute, or a foul per minute, as Robinson going to take a seat. Kobe Butler checking back in for the Blazers of Hood College. This is a 1-on-1 situation. McMahon will convert there. Widener recently has had very clutch free throw shooting. So being sent to the line is not the smartest idea for Hood.
And definitely the fouling will not help, but I think that might give Widener another edge, as playing aggressive may take them more trips to the line.
58-43, 15-point game. Magnuski to Butler. Here comes Magnuski once again. Mr. Bolin now finds a little pressure. Butler finds Magnuski. Magnuski drawing something up. You see Butler run to the corner. Screen from Wegener. That ball goes to Riley. A lot of contact from Sambo. Wegener using his body there. Apparently Sambo got another block to that. Wegener all over Sambo and angry with the call there.
That'll be another foul for Hood. Wegener's third. It's the 10th foul for Hood. I can't believe, I think it's every 30 seconds or so I have to stop, look at the time, and see how much has passed since the last foul. A little over a minute this time. I'm shocked.
That's right. Shooting 2 now is Sardias Sambo. It's much to the dismay of no one, he makes that one.
And this next one coming up will be for his per game average, 15. And he will not find it.
Another, you know what? Maybe we should stop saying that when they take their second free throws.
It's really hard when it's kind of your job, but
Yeah.
it's just unfortunate.
Magnuski finds Riley. Scott Boland now. Smith all over him. Butler. Ooh, wow. He's got some handles on him.
Giving Kendall Green something to think about.
Magnuski finds Boland. Boland for 3. Goes down, trying to draw contact. They get the rebound, though. Butler for 3. No. Wegener battling with Sambo again.
That time on Kendall Green.
Oh.
I thought it was going to be an over the back for Sambo, but no, I was wrong. Kendall Green picks up the foul.
Miraculously, Nick, Hood has not committed a foul in the past 30 seconds. I'm sure they'll be close to it, though, as Magnuski will lay that ball in. Makes it 59-45, still only 14-point game.
Don't count him out just yet. Time still passes, so a foul still may occur. Sam Smith gives the ball to, I believe, Fender. Fender throws it over to McMahon and back to Green. Widener taking their opportunity to slow down and try to take as much time off the clock as possible. Smith back to Green. Green thinking 3. Fender trying to avoid the pressure. He gets it back to Smith. Smith with a deep 3, and he will drill it.
Sam Smith again, huge 3. It was a surprise to me that he did take that. There's a lot of pressure on him, and Ryan McMahon was wide open, but great shot by Smith. Magnuski, deep 3. No, Riley and Wegener collide for a rebound. Wegener going to draw the foul.
And that'll be Smith's 12th point. Smith is currently 2 away from his regular average per game, around 14 and some change. Nick Jackson will be coming off the bench, and he'll be in for McMahon. Hood with a bit of an attempted comeback to try to make, but there's 7 minutes to go. They can afford literally no more fouls, as Widener will come up with possession after that missed free throw.
They also can't afford people to start missing free throws, as Widener will take it up just 1 week from now. Men's lacrosse will be making their season debut. Lots of big aspirations for that team, as they have a brand new head coach who is returning after 4 years of not coaching them. Kendall Green for 3. Yes! Kendall Green will add 3 more to his stats, as well as the Widener lead.
Kendall Green beating well above his per game average. 3 points currently, as some aggressiveness there on the balls.
Green and Ruths get tied up right there. So you can see a lot of Hood players getting very aggressive with some of these plays, just most likely because of the anger of this lead, which is almost, oh no, it is actually 20. Wegener and Michael Riley will take a seat. Austin Griffiths has checked back in. Sam Smith now taking it up for the Pride. And a timeout called by Widener. Now fans, due to excellent turnout through online voting by Widener fans on Facebook, a buzzer-beating 3-point basket by junior men's basketball player Sam Smith has advanced to the final round of the national running for the 2017 Geico Play of the Year. Stay tuned for another week-long competition of voting on Facebook in March, so Sam's amazing shot can win the overall competition and be shown and announced live in front of a national television audience on March 25th on CBS as part of March Madness coverage. Go Pride!
And coming out of that timeout, Widener will have the ball as it'll get passed into Smith.
Smith holding the ball for a while there. Wonder what that was about, but Fender at the top of the key. Smith for three.
Oh.
Yes! Beautiful shot from Sam Smith. Widener just dominating offensively right now. That ball out of bounds. Widener trying to redeem themselves after Hood defeated them 75-63 earlier on in the year. Widener's been really hot the second half of the year, so that can explain why. John Fender led all scoring on 24 points, while Sam Smith had 17. And Scott Boland led Hood with 25 points, something that I don't think he'll be able to reach today.
He's barely halfway there, but he will find his 14th point as there is about under 6 minutes to go. Hood defense looking a little tired and frustrated out there, Matt.
Yeah, 68-47 with around 5:30 to go here in the second half. I mean, it's just been dominant after dominant performances. Past 3 games have been blowouts for Widener. So it's been something to watch from them this season. How they didn't look like that in the beginning, and now second half of the year they've been absolutely incredible. Unfortunately for the Pride, they just got a shot clock violation, so we will be heading the other way now with Hood in possession. Tanner Ruths now driving all the way in. Good pass to Griffiths, and Griffiths will lay it in.
So there we go. It was a nice play by Jackson, even though he did allow the defender to sort of cut his way into the basket. Smart not to attempt to try to block it because that would have drawn a foul. Now Widener will find themselves on offense.
Sambo, lays it in. I was thinking there, if he threw down another dunk, this place could go wild. He laid it in, still got 2 points. That's a 3 from Eversole, yes.
Wow. Nothing but net there for Eversole. It is a 70-52 game, and Widener is running away with this one for good.
They're running away with it, but Hood, in fact, call a timeout right after that 3-point basket.
So, do you think there is a conceivable way for Hood to really make their way back into this game? From the looks of things, anyway.
The way they've been playing, they cannot keep up with Widener's offense. I'd say no from a defensive standpoint for Hood. Offensively, they've showed they do have some decent 3-point shooters. So, I mean, that's going to be the key for them. No empty possessions in these next 4 and a little over a half minutes. Every empty possession is just going to push the lead even further because Widener is not missing at the other end.
Absolutely. And I think Hood's appeared incredibly frustrated, especially from the way the things seem to have been going with the refs and their lack of calls and seemingly just Widener going off and scoring on them, seemingly nonstop drive after drive. And I could see that frustration sort of building up in this Hood team. They seem a little deflated, to be honest.
And you know what, honestly, watching Sam Smith knock down 3 after 3 at this point is really getting to them too. So they're down, not out, but looking like they're on their way.
Now we have an inbound for Widener. Smith will give it to Sambo, who gives it right back. Running down the court with Fender is Smith, but he will backtrack, find himself some space as Hood attempted to put on the pressure there.
I feel like Widener has this game in their hands. They are just, I feel like they're playing a little relaxed at some points as Fender will draw the foul. He tripped over Trevor Magnuski. Magnuski second, but Widener, no stranger to the line tonight. John Fender now going to take 2 shots.
Chris Caridio, I think, coming up with a strong plan to really hold on to the ball for as long as they need to without turning it over or making a useless shot. I think he's finding his way to make the most out of every drive, and I think that's benefited Widener greatly because they've been able to score on a consistent basis.
Yeah, that's a great point there, Nick. As Fender looking to hit his second, and Fender has been wonderful from the three-point line this year. And when I was reading his senior day script, I had no idea he was a walk-on. So you learn something new every day.
You wouldn't assume it from the way he plays and with the passion he does, but hard foul coming from Sardiah Sambo as Ruths will hit the floor and go immediately to the line.
Team's 8th foul for Widener in the second half. Tanner Ruths to the line for 2. There was a shooting foul in that play. Sambo was looking to reject him as he will hit the first one. Congratulations to Hood. They've made it under 20-point deficit now. So we'll see if they can keep pushing. And honestly, getting to the line is one way of getting some easy points.
But something they really have to do and have not been able to do, I think since the first half was, or early on in the first half, was really stop Widener from scoring. And I believe we will see a timeout. Hood called a 30-second timeout. And as always, the Widener Pep Band doing a fantastic job, a class act job, if you will. It is an 18-point game here at the Schwartz Center at Widener University. And if you're just tuning in, we are almost 4 minutes and 20 seconds away from ending this game. Widener looks to throw the ball in. McMahon getting double teamed by Hood. Fender cross-court pass to Smith, who is wide open from behind the line, and he drills yet another three-pointer.
I don't understand why they're just letting Smith stay out there at this point. Sam Smith reaching 18 points now on this afternoon.
Team high.
Team high. Oh, great spin move by Ruths. Not the best effort to lay it in, though, as he does miss that shot.
Now Widener going back the other way.
Sambo. Good passing. Great passing.
See Widener doing their best to kill time, but also capitalize on their scoring chances as almost every member of Widener's team has been open, and Fender will take an open look from the three, and he drills it.
Is this the Widener Pride or the Golden State Warriors? Because there are threes being made left and right. Nathaniel Christian and Bruce Harris have checked into the game.
I think that by the sounds of that, it's most likely over for Hood at this point.
Hopefully they can start warming the bus up in the parking lot.
I feel like it's kind of cold on those things, those big metal ice boxes.
That's right. Scott Boland, though, if anyone's going to make a difference in this game, it'll be him. That's a great pass, Sambo. That ball will go in. Sambo tried to block Griffiths. Did not go so hot.
And now we see Widener starting to catch up to Hood in the foul count as Widener has found their 9th.
But for Widener, it doesn't really matter at this point. They're also up 22.
But at the same time, we do have 2 players currently in foul trouble, Kendall Green and McMahon, both with 4. As we see the last 3 minutes tick away, McMahon with the ball.
This is, the MAC Commonwealth Conference. Oh,
Oh,
boy,
man.
Sambo goes in for the Sambo Slambo. As I was saying before, I was kindly interrupted by a Sambo Slambo. The MAC Commonwealth Conference has to take note of this team, as that was missed from Scott Bolin. But, I mean, Widener is just dominating every single game recently. It's been insane.
I mean, when you see Sambo going in all alone, you got to kind of go silent, let the man do his job. Incredible dunk. Another one for him, as Widener with this not 23, but I'm right, 23-point lead. Is Kendall Green with another three-pointer and
Another three.
In the famous words of one DJ Khaled, another one.
Another one is right. There's a three attempt from Bruce Harris that went off its mark. Here comes Sambo again. Sambo moves on in. Oh, will lay it in. Scott Bolin knew what was coming, and he just tried to put his body in the way, so he couldn't do it. As Nathaniel, good play. Nathaniel Christian, freshman out of Albuquerque, Maryland. Will tack on to Green. Beautiful dribbling there. Wow.
Kendall Green showing off the dribble moves a little bit.
Sam Smith now holding the ball. There's a minute 32 left. Widener up 85-59. 16-point lead, I believe. Smith.
That'll be 26.
26, yes. It's been a long day. There's a three that was missed. That's why I don't take any more math classes. Is Scott Bolin taking it up. Hood was lobbying for a timeout for some odd reason. They wanted to get number 22 Tyler Evans and Julian Stover.
And what possibly could be the last time that both Kendall Green and John Fender will check in and out. What a great day for both of these two players. Kendall Green with 17 points, Fender with 14 of his own. And we have number 13, Donovan Simon, checking in for Widener, as well as number, I believe, 15, Jalen Howard.
It's been a great ride for Fender and Kendall Green. Gotta love seeing that as that was a missed layup. As Widener going to take it up. You can see Widener about to unleash the bench. Number 10, Jair Williams, about to check in. Williams got a little bit of action last season as that ball goes out of bounds. Widener ball. As Sardaya Sambo, it's not his senior day, but he still put on a performance. He's going to take a seat.
What a day it has been for one Sardaya Sambo.
I feel like we repeat ourselves a lot when we call these games with Mr. Sambo.
But that's just what happens when the man puts up near 20 a game. He does work.
With also 4 to 5 jaw-dropping dunks a game and a good at least 3 blocks a game.
McMahon with an insane run to the net, but a foul will be called, and I believe he will take a trip to the line. Hood will find their 11th foul after that. McMahon on the hunt for double digits on this possession.
As here come some more new faces for the Pride. Number 1, Noah Gillian checking in. Noah Gillian also from Ocean City, New Jersey. I believe him and Laverty were a package deal. As Sam Smith will take a seat. Number 34, Joe Robinson, also the 6'6" sophomore forward from Philadelphia, PA, went to Abington Friends School, is about to check in. Big surprise, he's coming in for Ryan McMahon.
McMahon, who found his 11th point, will take a seat, and we will find ourselves within the last 30 ticks of this game.
Bruce Harris, that was a good pass. There's going to be a foul called that I believe that was on Joe Robinson of the Pride. No, they're not giving it to Robinson. They're giving it to number 10, Jair Williams.
Now, we got to see a lot of the bench players warm up, and one of the more interesting players I think I found was Noah Gillian. I think he's a very athletic player. He can find his way, he can get above the rim.
That's right.
He can make dunks, and it would be interesting to see how he progresses in this next year.
Yeah, Widener was putting on a dunk show during warm-ups earlier today. Sambo was, of course, making jaw-dropping dunks, but Gillian was getting up there as well, attempting a few. As great movement by number 32, Donovan Simon. Simon, sophomore from Clayton, New Jersey, as Gillian will hold the ball and will look to close this game out.
And
there it
you
is.
have it.
There is the final buzzer. Widener, 87, Hood Blazers, 60. What a tremendous performance. And just in a few minutes, Courtney McQuiggan will have another sensational post-game interview.
Try to do
So, Coach, before the game started, I was able to sit down and talk with Kendall and John. They really talked about what this team meant to them. What do those two players mean to you?
I've learned more from those two guys than they've learned from me. They've been so persistent and such hard workers since the day they got here. They've convinced me to allow them to be the guys that they are, and I give them a lot of credit for that. I give myself a little credit for listening, but they have been persistent since day one, and they are one of the sole reasons why we are where we are right now. They're really playing well, and they're bringing the team together.
Are you going to miss them next year?
Most definitely, yes, most definitely. But I'm going to enjoy the rest of the season, what I have with them.
Good. Good luck in your next two away games. We're all crossing our fingers for that playoff spot.
Hopefully.
So good luck.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys and go Pride. Yeah, no, you're good.
What a wonderful game that we were able to announce today. Final score, Widener Pride, 87. The Hood College Blazers, 60. For all of us here at Woo TV, Widener's Communications Department Production Program, I'm Matt Essenfeld. This is Nick Safiri. Have a nice night, guys, and take care.
Enjoy.